We all love a good recipe, don't we? The way each ingredient comes together to make something delicious. Life is a bit like that. We have good times and tough times. Each one is an ingredient. Think about baking a cake. You need flour, sugar, eggs, and maybe a pinch of salt. Each ingredient is different, but they all matter. They work together to make something yummy. Life is like that too. We might not understand why things happen, but God has a plan. He uses every part of our lives for good. Just like a recipe, every ingredient matters. Flour is simple. It's not fancy, but it's important. It gives the cake structure. Our lives have simple, everyday moments. These moments might seem boring, but they matter. Think about going to work or school, or doing chores around the house. These things build our character. They teach us to be responsible. Just like flour gives structure to a cake, these moments give structure to our lives. We learn from every experience, even the small ones. God uses these little things too. He's with us in the ordinary, just like in the extraordinary. Sugar. It makes things sweet. It brings a smile to our faces. Our lives have sweet moments too, times of joy and celebration. These times fill us with happiness. Think about a wedding day or the birth of a child. These are gifts from God. They remind us of His goodness. But just like we can't have a cake made only of sugar, life can't be all sweetness. We need the other ingredients too. The tough times make the good times even sweeter. They help us appreciate the good even more. Eggs bind things together in a cake. In life, faith, family, and friends do the same for us. They hold us together when things get tough. They give us strength and support. Our faith in God is a strong foundation. Our families and friends are there for us. They love us no matter what, but they are human, and sometimes we can all be a little rough around the edges. But they help us get through difficult times. Just like eggs are essential to a cake, these relationships are essential to us. They make us who we are. We weren't made to be alone. They give us a reason to keep going, even when things are hard. Now just a little pinch of salt. Trials. Salt might seem small, but it makes a big difference. It brings out the flavor in food. In life, challenges are like salt. They might not be fun, but they make us stronger. Think about a time you faced a challenge. Maybe you lost a job or went through an illness. These times are hard, but they also help us grow. They teach us to rely on God. Just like salt enhances the flavor of food, challenges enhance our character. They help us become more patient, kind, and compassionate. Now let's blend the ingredients. A masterpiece in the making. So we have all these ingredients: the good, the tough, the sweet, and the challenging. What happens when they're mixed together? Something beautiful happens. God is the master baker. He takes every part of our lives, the joys and the sorrows, and creates something amazing. We might not see it at the time, but God is always working. He's shaping us, molding us, and making us into the people He created us to be. He uses every experience to draw us closer to Him. We've got to trust the baker. God's plan will unfold. Baking takes time. We can't rush the process. It's the same with life. God's timing is perfect. We need to trust Him, even when things are difficult. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." This verse reminds us that God has a plan. He loves us and wants the best for us. Even when we don't understand, we can trust Him. Every ingredient matters. A life filled with purpose. Life is a journey. It's full of ups and downs. But every part matters. Every ingredient has a purpose. When we trust God, we can see His hand in everything. Embrace the good times, learn from the tough times, and always remember that you are loved. You are not alone. God is with you every step of the way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, be blessed and be a blessing to others.